Hello there. Right. I'm gonna do one more Joe for today. And then I'm gonna give up. Oh, and it would have to be someone really good, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? It has to be Gondo. Has to be Gondo. Okay. Man, I'm not awake enough for this shit. Starting off with a swear. Good. Awesome. Cool. Gondo is a character that does exist. I think once I called him the best brawler in the game. That probably isn't true. By all means, he should be the best brawler, but I don't think that's the thing that exists. He does have a super though, and unlike Goon, he's not super slow. He's actually kind of decently fast, but he's also not massively quick either. So, yeah, at least it's not done what I thought it would do, and just leave all the brawlers to the end. So we can get them done. But no, my luck, next one will be Joe 1, which, to be honest, it's not Joe 1 I'm really bothered about. It's Nishi 1. That's the one that scares me the most. Joe 2 is not too bad because he's basically the same as Gondo. He's just a normal brawler who has a super move, so he's completely fine. It does mean I'm going to have to do the same bullshit though with Harama possibly, which is quite obnoxious. Hopefully not. Hopefully we can just kind of move on through. Although I do believe Gondo is slightly faster than other brawlers, which does make sense. I mean, he should be by all means. You know, like you fight him near the end of the game. He's one of like the last opponents in the game, and even in victory mode, whatever, in arcade mode, which ultimately is just what it is. He's one of the last guys you fight. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! There's still no way to like really guarantee a strike super with the brawlers though, so that's out the window. Maybe with the punches you can do it, but it's not likely. Nice. Quick Ayama. One knockdown Ayama. I think he's just built that way. I think that's just how he's designed. That's why I was talking about Marase. I feel like it takes stuff from the AI they have in story mode. Like, Marase in story mode, if you do a cross counter on him once, I think you just win the fight completely. Because it's the canon event, it's what you do. And like, I feel like it's the same with Aoyama, you're not supposed to actually hit him with a super in story mode, so he doesn't really know what to actually do with when he gets hit by a super. Can I do the elbow? No, but Gondo builds heat really fast, actually. Oh my god. Wow, he builds it super fast. Inagaki's nowhere near getting like a super yet. Oh my god. Gondo seems actually kind of cracked a little bit. He won't be. Inagaki will not fall down from this. But like, that's kind of wild. That damage is silly good. Oh my god, the same thing as well. I think the same happens with Joe. I mean, I could be wrong. I feel like, I mean, the thing is, because I played the characters in order, it's kind of like Joe 2 obviously was second, and then Gondo was like, what, 23rd? I think he is. Yeah, because I think in the roster, yeah, well, it'd be Gondo, Harama, Jose. So quite a big gap between playing as these two brawlers, but I have a strange feeling that Gondo is just like, he's a faster brawler, or he's the fastest anyway. I imagine he would be. That's unbelievable how fast he gets heat though. That's mint. Maybe that's the balancing thing. Look, I already have it. I mean, again, yeah, I can't reliably break his guard, but I don't think I can elbow into super, or like headbutt elbow into super, which is annoying, but it's something I can do to just guarantee that I get like heat really quickly. Unfortunately, he can get heat really quickly too, so it's not very good. Well, not really quickly. I had time to build up a whole super and then throw it out before Danpei even got one super, so, you know, if I kept going, I could have definitely got, and I've got a lot of super left, actually, or a lot of heat already. But these punches feel a hell of a lot faster than they did with, look at this! Look at this guy, he's awesome. Although we are getting to some problematic things now. Takes him a lot to knock an opponent down though, but that's quite good because it means that if you do land a super, they're basically just down for the count. Still not a great thing. You generally want to be knocking down opponents quite quickly, and that is quite a good thing to do, but it's just a thing. And because he's a brawler, they do seem to charge up much faster than others. But then yeah, you get to low health and you can just like hit them with a couple punches. 4 punches and that's it, they're down. They're done for. Danpei doesn't like to go down though. Again, I think maybe because it's in story mode, like Danpei's like a scripted fight, you're not supposed to beat him. So maybe his AI is like, yeah, it's kind of hard to get a knockout on me. Not the hardest, but you fight him as Joe 1, so you can't deal with supers anyway. I just feel like some quirks of the AI have been left over. Oh, I need to actually, not remind me, but I'll remind myself now. I need to check the thing with RTC and then get that kind of like weird system log thing for this game and see how that works, because that could be very interesting. Doesn't mean I have to play through the whole game to see like what all the characters say, but I will happily do that. That'll take me like what, half an hour to do, even from like a fresh save file, because it has to be on RTC. Doesn't work on this PC X2 here because this is a nightly version I'm using. So who knows? Yeah, headbutt elbow is just awesome for building heat. Look at the meter I've got. Wow. If I hit a super on him, stay down. I'm sure it will change between rounds. Maybe I looked at the wrong thing. Maybe I got completely wrong. Wow, Gondo's kind of getting through it, isn't he? Is that? This is the 5th fight, 5th of 17, and it's the same shit. He's gonna fall down at 5. Wow. Awesome. That's very, very good. I mean, we're still gonna have some big issues later on, though. That is for certain. Oh, that's rough with like Joe 1, Joe 2, and Nishi 1, though, isn't it? They have to do the full 18-man ladder. These characters only have 17, so they're a bit quicker. I mean, not that it really matters much because it only really matters with a couple characters. The only ones that really matters with really are Rikishi 3, but even with Rikishi 3 with the full 18-man, I still was able to get through the entire thing in under half an hour. And then with 17-man characters, I couldn't. Goodness knows why. Rikishi 3 just must be like really, really good though. Yeah, and I'm pummeling him to death. And guess who's got his super ready? It's me. Guess who doesn't have a super yet? It's Inaba, and I'm landing these like fucking crazy. These raw supers. I guess because you have no choice. Like with the boxes, you have the option to just kind of take the easy route and do the guard cancel or the guard break. Sorry, not guard cancel. But with the brawlers, you have no choice really. You have to just throw a raw super and see what happens. This is probably looking like one of my best runs so far. Again, at least until we get to like the hard opponents at the end. But like, crikey, this is looking really good. Gondo must be the best brawler. He must just be the best brawler. Again, he's probably, I mean, he's still, I'd say, like, non-viable just because he's a brawler. He's lacking the fundamentals of a fighting game, like block and a dash. It just, you know, the lack of like a dash or a sidestep or whatever in like a 3D brawler or like a 2.5D brawler like this. Or this would be a 3D brawler, wouldn't it be? Yeah. I already had my heat up. What did I do there? I don't know if you can headbutt into super. I doubt that's a thing you can do. Gotta be careful. Wolf threw it out like an idiot. Yeah, those punches are really good, man. Those punches, forward, square, and triangle, they are your friends as a brawler. Unless you're playing as a slow brawler, and then you're fucked. Even as Joe, though. But this is what I mean, like, with Joe 1, it's troublesome, but with a brawler with a super, it's unbelievable how much easier it becomes. It's also unbelievable how stupid the AI is. Why are they just not blocking it? It's not like I'm timing it well. I'm just throwing it out when, like, the spirits tell me it is time to throw the super. It's not like I'm really doing anything intelligent here. Really, really unsure, actually. Really odd. But yeah, we're doing surprisingly well. This is like a half an hour run, don't get me wrong. But this probably will be quite fast compared to what you'd expect for a brawler run, I imagine. I would piss myself if this was sub 30. I doubt it very much though. Because now I've said that, I'm going to play like shit because... Although really, Nishi 2 is kind of like a hard opponent anyway. Yeah, it's like you want to do that to build up the heat. But then you got to be careful because otherwise you get punished. And then you want to throw the punches to do the big damage and knock them down. You want to alternate between that. Square triangle, then forward square triangle. Fascinating. And dash punches don't seem to work as well with my boy here. Why am I trying to guard? I'm playing as the characters who can't block. Look at him, he's proper... Nishi's scared, man. He's trying to get away from me at all costs. Wow. I mean, that is kind of the problem with the brawler, innit? As soon as they have a super, you are basically just at their mercy. There's nothing you can do about it. But I am landing these with pinpoint precision. Call me Kim Jong-lee, because there is nothing that can slow me down. I don't know if Kim's ever... That's the thing with Kim. What do you call him? Liu Hee Kim or Kim Jong-lee? His Korean name. I mean, he's a Korean man, is he not? I don't know why they give him a Kim Ryuhee. They give him like a Japanese name. Not really sure about that one. Not really sure about that one. I'm halfway through. And we've just gone into 13 minutes. This is looking like a juicy fucking thing, actually. Unbelievably good. But Tiger, of course, is always a problem. For brawlers especially, he's fast. He's a counter super. He's basically him. It's just a good thing Tiger is not a final boss, because otherwise he would just be unbeatable. Case in point, we can't fucking hit him. So all of the best things about Gondo... Oh, actually, never mind. We have super. Somehow we have meter. Gondo must be the guy to charge it the fastest in the game then. But Tiger charges it pretty fast too. Now he's got his. But he's only in blue, or just got into blue, and I'm in yellow. So like, I'm doing something right. I can throw out a super and miss, it's fine. It doesn't matter. This is the weird thing though about counter super characters. Like, Tiger's had a million chances to just fucking hit me with it. And he's refusing to do anything. And my only question really is just, like, Why? Why not? Why is he not going through his super? He will in a second. Watch it, I'll throw a punch and he'll do it. Told you. Not that punch, but it was the punch afterwards, but still. He just bides his time. Maybe it's a power thing, like he waits for it to like get stronger. But yeah, this is where all the good stuff actually disappears in this run. Because Tiger appears and he's just an absolute menace to fight. We didn't even touch him. You can see from the freeze frame, we didn't even touch his head, but that's yeah, too much for Tiger. I guess we can see really here if it is a health thing or if it's a knockdown thing. He was on like no health though, and I hit him with a super, and he seems pretty incapacitated. Yeah, generally rule of thumb, if they're down by 6, then they will not get up in time. Wow, okay. Crazy. Does Gondo just have a good super? I'd imagine brawlers would just have like heavy hitting supers there. Because again, they're bare knuckle. Which means really Danpei should have the same thing. But Danpei was really slow. I mean, Inagaki was the slowest I've done. 36 minutes. Actually, let's not include Goon. Again, Harama was faster than Inagaki, who is a fast boxer. But Inagaki just really sucked ass. He just was not very good at all. Wait, does this mean with Gondo my finale is going to be Carlos and everyone else? Man, that's a rough ending, isn't it? Although this really does actually work well with what I said earlier. Like, I had to take him down to basically half health and knock him down once, but that's really good because it means they're on low health. I can hit them with a super and they just die. It's not like we haven't seen it. Gondo can get meter really quickly, so it doesn't really make much of a difference. That's really weird. I wonder if Joe 2 is the same. I think Goon got super back pretty quick. Not as fast as this though, or else I would have probably made a big deal out of it. Maybe I did, and I'm just not remembering because it was an hour and a half of just bullshit. And I was really hungry, and I wanted to eat food, and I did that and then ate food. Cool, awesome. I had 2 in reserve. I had 1 in reserve. Nice. This should be Usman down. 17 minutes in. We haven't done Rikishi, have we? 8 pounds. So we're at the midway point, I think. Yeah. Yeah, this is not going to be. This is not the fucking sub 30-minute run. No way. But it will be a lot faster than Joe 1 or than Goon. Substantially faster than Goon. Again, kind of a boring one though. Not much of an interesting thing. It's a bit like actually doing the Shah stuff, which I will return to the Shah things, by the way. I will do the Shah, 1-car Shah challenge videos, but for now, let me just do this. It took me a while to do that. I actually did record like a shit ton. I did like about 20 odd, maybe 30 of the cars, and then was like, man, so many of these are just really boring. So I'm going to return to it just doing specific cars like I said before, and then was like, oh, I changed my mind. I don't know, man. I'm an idiot. It just got really hard trying to commentate over like cars. It's like, yeah, this car can just beat the game kind of normally well. Like, if the family sedan can beat all the missions without really much of a problem, then like, a lot of the cars are kind of pretty safe, aren't they? Truthfully. It's just how it is. If we can land a super on Pinan, then he's down. Still, look, he doesn't even have a super yet. That's unbelievable. Gotta be careful because he can throw super out and just kill us. Never mind, we actually ducked a punch. Awesome. That gives us unbelievable amount of super. Oh, what's that? You stopped both of my supers. That's fine. I'll just build it up really quick. Let me hit you. Let me hit you, bro. Yeah, you've got a super back, but like I'm getting there. And I knocked you down. And he is he's demolished. Wow. Oh, wow. That's embarrassing. Oh, I've got a super. That's cool. See if I can land that. Probably not. Gotta be careful with the land his, actually. Ooh, he got me. Good job, Pinan. Good job. You deserve that win. I mean, I'm not too, like, committed to Gondo, really. It's not like I'm going to lose sleep over Gondo, but that's kind of annoying, actually. Round 1. Round 2 with Pinan. For no reason, either. There's no reason that we should have had to do that. That's really stupid. It's really stupid. We could knock him down, can't we? If I didn't throw out both my supers at the same time, I would have been okay. But somehow I doubt this is going to be much of a problem. And I'm sure that, you know, I'm sure Ash will come and do a better Gondo run. I'm sure they'll do that. He's done for. Unless he gets up on a 9 count like a villain. He's like a dickhead. Or a dildo. Like a villain, an absolute villain. Ooh. Okay. Haramae. Okay. Right, sure. Now, he was quite bad as an idiot. And he is proving to be much less troublesome now that we are a slightly better character. Not by much, but we are definitely a better character. Ooh. Okay. Nice. Nice one, Haramae. You've really done it to me. Ooh. 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 No, I'm doing Minecraft Steve. This will not do anything to him. This will not knock him down at all. I'm really stupid for doing this, but it does damage anyway. It gets us a bit close to where we should be. 9 count Haramae moment. Ooh, a 7 count Haramae. That's actually a lot better. Again, we are fine. Keep him in the middle of the ring and we should be okay. Rule of thumb with Haramae. Stay away from the ropes. Is where he likes to be. Because it's where he can do supers. I'm glad I know that. I'm glad that's been explained to me. Is that's just how that works. I wish there was blood in this game. I think I said that before, actually, a long time ago. It's kind of weird that there's no blood in this game. When after some of the fights, some of the characters get battered in their manga. Oh, he's down. That's odd. Very odd. So now it's the last 6, I believe. Yeah, the final 6 opponents. Kim, Carlos, 6 or 5? 5 in it. Yeah. Kim, Carlos, Urikishi, Hose, Joe. Wait, I'm an idiot. That is 5, isn't it? Is that what I said? I don't remember. Kim is being problematic, at least. This might be like a 40-minute run, actually. What am I even talking about? I think I just had a really good start. And why did the post keep getting in the way of the camera, man? That's not fun. That's not fun at all. I'm trying to hit you with a combo here, and you are just... I'm just throwing out, like, single punches, but it doesn't matter, because I've got all the heat in the world. You've lost almost half your health. Life's looking pretty good to me. Come forward. Come forward. Let me see the face of the man I wish to defeat. The man who has beaten me, Rao. Rao the Conqueror. I actually like the dub. Is that gonna be controversial to say? I actually think the dub for the film is actually quite good. the streamlined dub. I think it was great. I think it's a good dub. The weird thing with streamlined dubs though is that it's the female voice actors just are a bit awkward. It's the fellas tend to be like really good with it. It's the female voice actors who like have the awkward line deliveries. It's really weird. In Fist of North Star, in Castle Cagliostro, and in Golgo 13 The Professional. It's the ladies who have the weird delivery. The fellas have good delivery. Mainly because it's not John Vickery, is it? It's, I don't know. There's the guy who always does the villains. Because he voices Count Cagliostro, Leonard Dawson, and Shin in the films, and he just has a wonderful voice. John Vickery might be the guy who voices Ray and Golgo, actually. I don't know who he voices in Lupin, in Castle Cagliostro. He's not like a big voice though, I don't think in it. I think he might be like the big guard for the Count. That might be Vickery. Or Vickery might be the guy who voiced Kenshiro. I like that voice. I really like that voice for Ken. It's really soft and like pleasant, but it's like that's ultimately what Ken should sound like. Like, Ken is like a big softie. He's a really nice guy. His entire thing is like love and stuff. You know, so yeah, I imagine Ken would sound like really soft and pleasant. Again, we can't forget, yeah, Ken does go around poking people and they blow up, but Ken also set off through the wastelands of hell just to find his fiancée. Bro's just in love with his wife, or well, fiancée. You know, like, let the man be. One knockdown for Carlos is kind of disgusting, Gondo. What have they been feeding you in jail? Crazy. But no, I like, especially with Golgo and with North Star, I love how when they dubbed it, how they changed Ken and Golgo's character. Because obviously in Japan, they're both stoics. And how they changed it in the dub is that they made them sarcastic, which does happen. Golgo and Ken actually do have like sarcastic moments, but they more play on it, but also make them feel more like they westernize it basically, which I feel like is what you. I think that's what you should do with anime. It's one of those things. It's like it's why even something as simple as translating like something French into English. If you do it directly, it doesn't sound right because there's just certain things with different languages that are not translatable, and that's just how languages are. If you try and translate something directly, it's going to sound really awkward and stilted and stiff because it's not natural. It's not, you know. And yeah, obviously anime dialogue is not supposed to be natural, but it just doesn't quite work. And I think it's why like a lot of dubs now just I don't really like them. I'd rather give me like a fucking Angel Cop dub any day. Maybe not that level, but like, you know, something like the Devilman OVA dubs or Mad Bull 34 because it was the same company. Because the guy who voices Akira voices Daizaburo in it. Like, you know, give me that shit because it sounds. It's ridiculous. It's actually pretty. I mean, it's pretty on key. Like all the story beats are met and all the information is still relevant. They've just westernized it to make it sound more natural for like an American audience. That's fine. A big one of that was Hetalia, because they kind of had to do it in Hetalia because it's a very Japanese style sense of humor in Hetalia. So they had to westernize it and Americanize the humor when they dubbed it, and that's fine. It's what Streamline did with those three films I mentioned. And like I liked how they portrayed it, and I liked they changed some of the dialogue, but it's like it doesn't really matter, I think, in any of the three films because none of them are canon. Like Cagliostro is just Lupin, so everything's episodic. North Star is like an abridged, kind of almost like alternate take on the actual story and the events. And then Golgo, of course, again is just episodic. It's just like Golgo. It's just a bunch of episodes. It's just a bunch of like one-offs, and that's fine. So you can have like dialogue be changed, but you still know what's happening. You know, Gen's off to find Julia. He's off to find Shin. It's why I call her Julia and not Yuria, which is what really annoyed me a little bit in when I played Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise is that they called her Yuria. Yuria. But they didn't like do like an accent like Yuria. It was Yuria or something, Yuria. And it's like, that's not her name. Her name is clearly Julia, but just, they don't have, you know, J's and L's in Japan. There's just not a language, there's just not, you know, a thing to them. So if you were to westernize it, I mean, I'm sure they do, but if you were to westernize the name Yuria, it would be Julia. Y becomes J, R becomes L. You know, it's just how it is. And yeah, you get Puritans are like, oh, it has to be Yuria. It's like, no. That's not quite right. Should we call Wolf Kanegushi Urufu Kanegushi? Just because that's how it's spelled? No. Should we do what the SNES game does and spell Jose with a H? And not call him Mendoza, but call him Hose Mendoza? Like, should we... That's why I call him Hose Mendoza, because that's what the fucking SNES game types out. H. Mendoza. It's like, no, it's Jose Mendoza. But, you know, or Carlos Rivera. And not Rivera. Like it's supposed to be. It's just how it is in a different language. You've got to westernize stuff. But it also makes it fun to go back and, like, watch both films. It's fun to go and watch, like, you know, one of those films with the dub, and then with the regular dub, the Japanese dub, because you get like because certain things, like, it completely changes the story around. It's really, really interesting. I mean, one dub that I did not like, obviously, was the dub for the Ashita no Joe movie, the first one. There's not a dub for the second one, which is a shame, but the one for the first one, oh my god, I found it on some like mirror site, and I had no idea about it existing, and it was just terrible. There were very few lines that sounded normal. Most of the dialogue just sounded kind of like shit. Most of it was really bad. My favorite bit was Joe going like, I got it, after getting Wolf's autograph. But like, it just felt kind of like, it had that kind of feeling of like a kid recording like late at night under their bed sheets and like kind of like fake screaming like, ah, oh, I'm so mad, like that kind of shit. Like, it just didn't feel like professional, but it didn't feel amateur. It just felt shit. Like, it didn't feel like anything at all, anything substantial, or like there was any care put into it. Maybe that's why it's such like a rare dub to find. I mean, you can't even find the full film. Again, I'm still searching for where it plays Goodbye Joe. I know there was one site that said it plays in the Ashita no Joe 1 movie, which is just basically a abridged version of Season 1, as the second film is an abridged version of Season 2, which is dumb. I generally tend to, like, if someone was like, go through and watch Joe, I will say, watch the first film, and then just fucking go to Season 2. If you really want to. Like, I watched the entirety of Season 1. And, you know, so I'll happily do it, but I know for other people who have no attention spans, they won't want to get through all the boring bullshit in Juvie. I think it's really cool how it's a boxing story, and Joe doesn't start boxing until like episode like fucking 30 out of 70 in Season 1. I really like that. It's what makes Joe unique to me. It's what I kind of love about it. I saw some random comment describe it as, it's not a story about, you know, a boxer, it's a story about a boy who does boxing. Joe's comes first. Boxing takes like a massive back seat for a long portion of the story. And it's really good. It's what gives Joe its like unique flavor and identity. But, you know, I know some people don't want to watch all that shit, because some people don't want to watch like, you know, a bunch of rubbish. I saw a thing, it was like some like rated all the episodes with like a rank or something. I think the lowest rated episode was 25, and that, I know exactly what that one is. If it is 25, it's the one after Joe leaves Juvie, and it's just a total filler episode. It's where Gorilla comes in, that kind of scary looking guy. Comes in with his guitar and tries to convince Joe to kind of like return to the wild. And that's basically the whole episode. The thing is, Season 2 has filler stuff, has filler episodes. But they're a lot more fun. I like the filler in Season 2. I think it's really well done, and it's just really wholesome. And I like a lot of the stuff they add. I love Joe going up to see Carlos in his little wheelchair and like a little butterfly house, whatever. Like it's such an amazing scene. Obviously the bit as well where he walks away at the end, like it's such a great scene, and it's such a shame that it's not in the manga. Like that blew my mind that wasn't in the manga. The fact like that was written for the show. That's awesome. What a great moment. But you know, and then like the stuff with Wolf returning. Like I don't even mind that episode where like Joe loans money to Wolf, and then his girlfriend's like, Wolf's girlfriend is like, Joe, you're an idiot. Wolf is a horrible idiot who has done this before. It's a scam. And Joe's like, nah, don't worry. I'm fine being scammed. And then like later on, before Joe or whatever, I think it's when they go to the pub. Like Joe and Wolf go to like a bar to drink before Joe has to go fight Jose the next day. And like Wolf comes in and he gives him his money back. And they sit in the bar and they have a drink together. And like it's really nice. And I don't know if that's in the manga or not. But like it's these really nice, pleasant scenes that give Joe its identity as like. That's why I like it so much. Because it has this like human nature to it. Characters feel like characters, but it feels like just something season 2 did. And it's like, well, is it non-canon because it's not in the manga? Yeah, maybe so. But to me, I like to consider it as canon. I like to consider it as like, yeah, they did have a bit of a drink together. I like to especially think that, you know, maybe Kim showed up and was like, hi Joe, I want to, you know, just chill out. And Joe's like, yeah, alright. Sorry about like uppercutting you out the fucking ring, mate. It's like, nah, it's alright, bro. Chiller, let's play Fortnite. You know, like, I do think it's pretty fucking stupid how Kim had the most elaborate backstory in the world and then they just did nothing with him. Really pissed me off. Kim's a good character, just so it's really stupid that they didn't do anything with him. I don't want to say why I think they didn't do anything with him, but you know, not for a good reason. Oh, Joe, you fuck. You really had me on the ropes, didn't you? Just so I could get me with another cross counter. Joe uses cross counter a lot, doesn't he? Quite a lot of his wins are because of the cross counter. I mean, that kind of was like the big deal with like Wolf and stuff. Is that Wolf is like, right, this guy's a one-trick pony. He just does one fucking move all the time. Let's be smart about this. And then Joe gets double smart and learns to double cross the double cross and becomes the triple cross. It's like, oh, it quadruples, quintuples, sextuples the power of the bunch to do a triple cross. It's like, I don't think it does, but sure, go on, Danpei. And that is the end of Gondo, and that was absolutely nothing as a run. That was miserable. Look, it was not painful at all. At no point was it painful. It was just kind of like, yeah, this is whatever.